To everybody that left me a comment on the national championship video, I appreciate y'all. I try to read all the comments and I try to reply to all of the comments as well. I would also like to say, what is wrong with the 5 people that dislike my video? Can't you see? Don't you know good video making when it's said? We freaking had Ray Lewis giving a speech. We freaking had, real college football players coming out the tunnel and all that crap. And you're gonna dislike the video just because we lost? Just because we lost? Man, oh man, I would hate to be a real player on whatever team you actually like, because I bet you go up and down, like you hate your team, then you love your team one minute, then you hate your team. It's alright though, it's okay. Thanks for the view. Anyways, man, we try to keep Joe Smith, he decides to go pro. We also try to keep my man Telly, but he decides to go pro as well. So everybody on this list is gone. They either graduated or gone pro, but most of these teams will probably go pro. I wish they would show that, but then again, I could import this draft class in the Madden 2006, but that ain't happening. It ain't gonna happen, okay? This and one other thing is probably the only series that I do from here on out. This is gonna be like Let's Plays, like random retro videos and stuff like that, funny stuff. But anyways, man, John Finner, he is gone. Todd O'Connor, he is gone. They combined for one of the best passing dudes. I mean, freaking Todd O'Connor has played with some weapons. He freaking played with Chad Johnson, Ryan Ross, the big boss. He's played with some dudes, man. He's played with some dudes out here at SAU, man. So it's time to retool, though. We got my man Ting, Marcus Ting, the number 2 defensive end in the country from Texas. We also got the number 1 defensive tackle in the country from Texas. And then we got this halfback from Louisiana, my man Brown, Kenyon Brown. He runs a 4.2 40. That's right, he runs a 4.2 40. We also got the number 1 center in the country. That's right, I said we got the number 1 center in the country to come to SAU. Now, this recruiting class, I did something different. Usually, I go for interested prospects, and that's what I did here. Most of the people you see on this list, they wanted to come to our school. But then there was a lot of people on this list that I didn't want to come to our school, even though they wanted to come to our school. Why? Because I was focused on getting DBs, all right? Colston, another halfback, he'll probably get red-shirted. He's a 4-star halfback, number 5 in the country, but I'm telling you, he runs a 4.2 40. That means he can run a 4.3 backwards. That's right, I said he can run a 4.3 backwards. But back to the story. When I was recruiting, right? I try to get as many DBs to come to our school. One problem is that none of the DBs wanted to come to our school. So I try to use all of my points on those guys, right? So then the computer just gave me these guys, okay? I did not recruit. Half of the guys that you're seeing on the list, I did not recruit. Why would I recruit a 1-star quarterback? It makes absolutely no sense. You know what I mean? No sense at all. We had the number 1 recruiting class in the country, though. 4 5-star recruits, 8 4-star recruits, 10 3-star recruits, and half of these recruits won't even make the team because in NCAA 06, you have to cut down your roster to 70 people every single year, man. So Ken Campbell, he's 88 overall, and as you can see, we lost a whole bunch of DBs. And we also, like, the DBs coming back aren't the best. You know what I mean? They are not the best. So we might be in a couple of shootouts, but hopefully, Ken Campbell can do some things that Tony Campbell did back in the day without the interceptions, because back then with Tony Campbell we were throwing a whole bunch of picks. Hopefully that won't be the case anymore. Josh Kemp, he is a recruit as well. He's 76 overall already. All of our receivers have 91 speed and above. I said all of our receivers have 91 speed and above. Now for our halfbacks, like I said, Colston, he'll probably be redshirted. Brown, though, I'm thinking I want to use Brown and kick returns, punt returns, have him be, that scat back, you know what I mean? Because that 94 speed is nice. Him and Colston are the fastest running backs on the team. You see our linebacker corridor. Look at that, 97 overall for Howell. As long as he could go to class, we'll be fine. Then we got Brown. He's a beast too. Lewis, 92 overall. And Lewis, he will get some playing time at outside linebacker too in our 4-3 packages and stuff like that. Ashley, he is now a starter. Finally, he had to wait like 3 years to be the official starter, official number 1 corner. But he is that dude. And yeah, safeties looking kind of weak, man. Covington, he was a recruit last year. He was a true freshman for us last year, and he's getting some playing time. He's starting this year for us. And of course, Chris Oliver, he is 92 overall with 99 speed. I love it. For our schedule, we taking on Texas A&M. Then we got Iowa. Then we're going to Michigan. Then we got Oklahoma State. We're going to Ole Miss. Then we got Virginia, and yes, UTEP. And I know that there's gonna be somebody not watching this video and be like, you know what? The reason why you're not number 1 is because you're taking on UTEP and crap like that. You know what, dude? Like, if you ain't watched this video, then you will know how, you know, the scheduling goes, man. So forget y'all that always like to chime in on crap, but don't really know how things work. And then we take on Florida, Baylor, and Texas. That's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of the day is the best of the day. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out, sauce.